Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, good day to you, depending where you are in the world. It's nighttime devotion, which I didn't do last night because I fell asleep early, but we're doing it now. It is from the devotional To Be Like Jesus. The title today is Receive Light and Walk in It. You are the light of the world. A city that is set on a hill cannot be hidden. Matthew 5:14. There is one thing in this world which is the greatest object of Christ's solicitude. It is his church on earth, for its members should be representatives in spirit and character of him. The world is to recognize in them the representatives of Christianity, the depository of sacred truths in which is stored the most precious jewels for the enriched of others. Through the ages of moral darkness and error, through centuries of strife and persecution, the Church of Christ has been as a city on a hill. From age to age, through successive generations to the present time, the pure doctrines of the Bible have been unfolding within its borders. But in order that the church on earth may be an educating power in the world, it must cooperate with the church in heaven. The hearts of those who are members of the church must be open to receive every ray of light that the Father shall choose to impart. God has light to impart to us according to our ability to receive. And as we receive the light, we shall be capable of receiving more and more of the rays of the Sun of righteousness. Every one of us is upon probation in school, where we are required to be diligent students. It's enjoined upon us to walk in the light as Christ was in the light. It is by walking in this light that we learn of the Father, and this is life eternal, that they might know the only true God and Jesus the Christ, whom thou hast sent. John 17:3. These are the words of him who was with the Father before the world was. And he uttered these words while praying for all those who should believe in the Father through the words of his disciples. To know God the Father in his works is true science. Let us follow on to know the Lord till we shall know what his goings forth are prepared as the morning. Faithful souls have constituted the church of God on earth, and he has taken them into covenant relationship with himself, uniting his church on earth with his church in heaven. He sent forth heavenly angels to minister to his church, and the gates of hell have not been able to prevail against his people. That goes profoundly deep. In order that the church on earth may be an educating power in the world, it must cooperate with the church in heaven. The hearts of those who are members of the church must be open to receive every ray of light that God chooses to impart, ray of light being truth. God has light to impart to us according to our ability to receive. And as we receive the light, we shall be capable of receiving more and more of this light from the Son of Righteousness. The more you're open to the truth, the more truth you shall receive. The Bible is full of truth. And if you open your heart to that truth in the Bible, you will open up your eyes and your ears and your mind to the deceptions in this world. And when I talk about deceptions, I'm talking about, I don't know, maybe 80%, 90% of the education we're taught in school and everywhere else. I would say probably 95% of all media, advertising, and such like is all lies or deception. Yes, you could say lies and deception are the same pretty much, but there are subtle differences. Faithful souls have constituted the church of God on earth, and he's taken them into covenant relation with himself, uniting his church on earth with his church in heaven. He sent forth heavenly angels to minister to his church, and the gates of hell have not been able to prevail against his people. The more faithful we remain to God, the Father of all heaven and earth, the less likely we will be going to hell. That's raw truth, that is. Raw truth. And you know, I am hard-headed. I am hard-headed. I will openly admit it. I'm probably sometimes as hard-headed as they come. But yet, my father woke me up, begin the march. It was begin the march, I think, 2005. And that's when I started coming to church. And since I started coming to church, and I'm talking about the Seventh-day Adventist church. Now, I'm not saying it's the perfect church, but at this church is where I started getting my eyes opened more and more. Now, I'm not saying it's just because of the church. I'm saying the Father has opened my eyes more and more by reading his word, doing Bible study, and then doing my own research into current news, what's going on in this world, and the truths the Bible gives us. And I would suggest you do the same. Don't just go by what you're told in the Bible. Read it yourself. Study it yourself. Study it with, when I say yourself, I mean study it. Yes, with people, if it makes it easier, because sometimes it is better, especially for those that know the Bible, but you need guidance. If you're not sure how to read the Bible, you do need guidance. You can get that online. You can get it with someone else from church. Study the Bible. And also find truth. True news agencies that are there, that give you truth. Find those as well. And as you see those, you will see prophecies in the Bible that are happening now in front of our own eyes, yet we don't recognize, we don't see Bible prophecy coming to light, happening now. If you want to focus on Sky News and BBC News, you won't see anything that they don't want you to see. You won't see any truth happening that the Bible has said will happen, that our Father has said will happen. I haven't had a TV since 2005. There or thereabouts. I haven't really listened to the radio as such since about that time also. Pray for discernment, knowledge, truth, understanding, which all leads to wisdom. Blessed Sabbath, one and all. Enjoy your day.